Okay, this is Journal 318, Section 13.6, writing equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So we'll want it in y equals mx plus b form. And one of the first things we can see on this graph is that it crosses the y-axis at y equals 7. So that's going to go in for b. X is x, y is y. And our slope, you always have to make sure that the intervals are going by 1, but they're going by 2's up here, so we have to be careful. It goes from 7 up to 9. So that's a change of 2 for the y. Remember, change in y goes on top. And it goes from 0 over to 1 for x, which is just a change in 1 for x. And then we can rewrite that. Y equals 2 over 1 is just 2x plus 7. For the second one, we'll start with y equals mx plus b again. It crosses the y-axis this time. These are going by 2's again, so 2, 3, but it's negative 3 because it's below the 0, so this will be minus 3. This slope goes, for the change in y, the second number, it goes from negative 8 up to 7. That's a change of 15. And from negative 1 over to 2, that's a change of 3. We can simplify that to y equals 15 divided by 3 is 5x minus 3. For number 3, y equals mx plus b. This is a negative slope, so I know when I'm all done with this, my slope better be a negative slope because it's coming down. But the first thing I'm looking at is this crosses at 2, 4, 6 at y equals negative 6. So minus 6. And this goes, my change in y was negative 1 down to negative 9. That's a change of 8. And it goes from negative 5 over to 3, which is also a change of 8. But remember, this slope is going down, so it's a negative slope. Y equals negative 8 over 8 is just negative 1x minus 6. Could just put negative x minus 6 if you wanted to. Number 4, another negative slope. Y equals mx plus b. We don't see where this slope crosses the y-axis. We could extend it up here, and it looks like it's going by 2, so 2, 4. Looks like it's going to cross at 4. And for the slope, it goes from negative 2 to negative 8, which is a change of 6. And from 2 to 4, which is a change of 2. This is a negative slope because it's coming down. Negative 6 over 2 is just negative 3x plus 4. But just knowing that it looks like it's going to cross at 4 doesn't really sit well with me, so I like to make a little chart here, x and y chart. And let's look at the points that we do have. When y is negative 2, x is 2. When y is negative 8, x is 4. Well, right in between there would be, it doesn't cross right at a point. So let's see, if we go, this went down 2. If we go down another 2, this will be x equals 0. This dropped 6, so we'll drop another 6. Oh no, this went up 6. From negative 8 to negative 2 is going up 6, and it'll go up another 6. From negative 2 up 6 would be all the way to 4. So when x is 0, y is 4. And that's our y-intercept, so y does equal 4. But we don't just eyeball it, and we definitely don't just guess and check. Down here, write an equation of the line that passes through these points. And you might look at this and think, I have no idea how to do this. But if you look here, when x is 3, y is 8, and when x is negative 2, y is 8. This is just a horizontal line where y is always 8. We can skip all the way over to 7 in the same kind of situation. When x is negative 1, y is 0. When x is negative 5, y is 0. Y is just 0, another horizontal line. Not the case here. So I'm going to put number 6 down here. It's going to a little more work here. Remember that slope is change in y over change in x. So we'll look at change in y here. 3 minus negative 3 over 4 minus 6. 3 minus a negative 3, or 3 plus 3, is 6. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. So our slope is negative 3. But we don't have our y-intercept. Well, we can use a table just like we did up here to find our y-intercept. So this is our slope. We'll label that x, y. And what do they give us? Well, we know when x is 6, y is negative 3. When x is 4, y is 3. If we follow this pattern, when x is 2, we're adding 6 down here, so y will be 9. And when x is 0, y would be 15. Oh, well, when x is 0, that's our y-intercept, so our y-intercept is 15. That equals b. So now we can write our y equals mx plus b. Y equals m is negative 3. That's our slope. And our y-intercept is 15. Not as easy to do. However, we can do it. Finally, you organize a garage sale. You have $30 at the beginning of the sale. You earn an average of $20 per hour. Write an equation that represents the amount of money, y, you have after X hours. Well, we'll write this equation in y equals mx plus b form. Y, which is our amount of money. What's our slope going to be here? Well, it says we earn $20 per hour, or $20 per 1 hour, or just 20 times the number of hours we have, x. But we started at 30, and that's where we start this graph. When x was 0, no time had gone by yet, we were already at 30. Y equals 20x plus 30 is the slope, is the equation that represents this situation. Well, I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful evening.